Hey, what's good, all? How's it going? Thanks for tuning into Nerdology 5280. I'm Jamie, and welcome to my review of Kingsglaive Final Fantasy 15. If you're not familiar with Final Fantasy, it's a... trying to think. It's a fantasy series that it's been around for 15 iterations for the main story. Now there's been multiple spin-offs and everything like that. This is actually a movie based in the same timeline and actually goes parallel along with Final Fantasy 15. Now, this is the third movie, at least, that I can think of that has been made by Square Enix based off of their actual, games and all that stuff. Advent Children, I believe, was the other one of them, and then Spirits Within. Advent Children was Final Fantasy VII, based off there, which is the critically acclaimed. One of the best if not the best Final Fantasy of all time, and it was amazing. That's what really, truly brought me into the universe and my favorite of all time. But I've been playing since the very first one, way back in the day, original Nintendo and all that. But this isn't about those games. This is about Kingsglaive, which... this is non-spoiler. Non-spoiler. That's all I can say. So I'm not going to spoil much or spoil anything at all. If I do, I apologize. But it was a good movie. It was good. It wasn't great. Wasn't amazing. What stuck me and kept me watching was the CGI on it. It was phenomenal. It was so real in a sense, and you could feel the emotions, and you could see the action and everything, and just the battle scenes were just unbelievable. And it was gorgeous for a game. And I loved it. I loved it. I loved that part of it. Now, the story did lack some. It started off big. And then it kind of just went deflated for a while. And then eventually it picked back up towards the end. And the end was phenomenal. So if you can stick through and handle the main part of the story, I highly recommend buying this video. Because it's so worth it. If you're a big fan of the Final Fantasy series and you want to get the video plus the video game, I know they have a special edition. It's either, I believe it's $80, maybe $90. For it, plus then you get some added bonuses with it, plus you get the full-blown Final Fantasy 15 game. So you can't beat that for $90. That's not bad. You get all kinds of good stuff. It's a good deal. I was tempted to do it, but I was like, I want to see the movie now. And more than likely I'm going to get the game. Hopefully, depending on time-wise, play it all the way through and maybe drop a review, but it's going to take a while to play. So, but as for the movie, yes. I would recommend it. If you enjoy any type of animation or CGI or anything like that, or you've been tempted to jump into the world of Final Fantasy and kind of want to see what it's about, this is a great starter for that. Kind of get you into it, kind of see what it is. Final Fantasy's kind of went with the times and kind of built up and done... they've built their universe up to go with what's going on around the world. This is... without spoiling it, since this is non-spoiler, but the main plot is basically it's like, think of it, two countries going against each other, and eventually they're like, okay, we'll come together. And then it goes from there. I'm not going to say what happens or which route it goes or anything. But yeah, that's basically what the main premises is. The Kingsglaive is an actual elite... if you're in the U.S., it's kind of like the Navy SEALs in a sense, I guess you would consider it. They're an elite guard that protects the city, and they are the most badass fighters in the city, if not in the world. And they are there to protect the city of Lucius, so from whatever happens, any attacks or anything like that. There is a couple twists and turns towards the end, a couple things that I was like, holy shit, didn't expect. That's what kept me going through the movie. So overall, as I don't give out actual reviews, I do say this as a recommend to go to watch. Or if you can rent it, or if you have someone that owns it, or something like that, at least watch it. It's fun to watch. I definitely enjoyed it, especially if you've seen the previous two, or you've wanted to get in Final Fantasy, or you've even played any of the Final Fantasy games. Jump in, watch it. Yeah, so you would enjoy it. So yeah, I guess that's it. Without really diving into the story, if you want to know more about it, I have all my information down below. My Twitter handle, Facebook, Instagram, all that kind of stuff is down there. So get a hold of me, give me a shout out, let me know, any questions about it. If you want to know some more information, if you're going to talk to me about it in the video, use spoiler tags down below so people don't actually jump in and look and like, oh, you fucking piece of shit, you spoiled it. So yeah, use those spoiler tags and all that. Also, don't forget to hit that like and also the follow. Then when I drop more videos and all kinds of stuff, it's moving across the month. Before we know it, another week and a half or so, I'm going to be back into opening up all kinds of goodies and stuff. And I got some new stuff coming out and whatnot. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. But as always, please don't forget to unleash your inner nerd. And I will see you next video. Peace.